Here's a number most people never hear about. And once you hear it, you won't forget it. Within the first 6 months of moving into a traditional nursing home, nearly 1 in 4 older adults will die. Not after years, not after decades, within months. That statistic doesn't come from a headline or a social media post. It comes from large-scale medical research published in respected journals. And yet, almost no one talks about it. Because what's even more disturbing is that this number doesn't represent people who are already dying. It represents people who are still walking, talking, thinking, living until their environment changed, the moment they left their home, the moment their independence was replaced by routine, the moment their life became managed. And that's just the beginning. Studies show that rates of depression among nursing home residents can climb as high as 50%. Loneliness becomes chronic. A sense of purpose fades. Days blur together. And slowly, sometimes quietly, sometimes quickly, health begins to decline, not because of age alone, but because of disconnection. Now, this is the part most people don't want to talk about, because for decades we've been told that nursing homes are the safest, most responsible option, that when someone gets older, this is simply what you do. You move them somewhere else, somewhere equipped to take care of them. But what if that assumption is wrong? What if the very system designed to protect our elders is in many cases accelerating their decline? What if the problem isn't age, but the way we've chosen to respond to it? Here's the truth. There are better options, options backed by research, options that preserve independence, dignity, and purpose, options that don't require giving up your home, your community, or your identity. And yet, most people never hear about them until it's too late. That's what we're going to change today. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through 7 powerful alternatives to traditional nursing homes. These aren't theories, they're real solutions being used right now by families who refuse to accept decline as inevitable. Some of these options are simple, some are surprisingly affordable, and one of them has been shown to reverse some of the very health declines we associate with aging. If you or someone you love is getting older, or if you simply want to stay in control of your future, this may be the most important information you hear all year. So take a breath, stay with me. Because what comes next could completely change how you think about aging and how you choose to live the years ahead. Before we dive in, if you're finding this helpful, take a second to like this video and subscribe to Senior Life. We're here to help you stay informed, stay independent, and age on your own terms. Now let's get into the options. Because what most people don't realize is this: you don't lose your independence overnight. It happens quietly, gradually, one decision at a time. Maybe it starts with a small fall, a few missed appointments, a well-meaning family member saying, maybe it's time we look at a facility, and before you know it, your schedule is no longer your own. Your meals arrive on a tray, your days are planned for you, your world gets smaller. And by the time people realize what's happening, it's often too late. The loss isn't just physical, it's personal. Your routines disappear, your home the place filled with memories. Comfort identity is gone, you're surrounded by strangers. Even the best nursing homes with the best intentions operate like institutions, not homes. Long hallways, alarms, staff rotating on shifts, people being changed, fed, bathed on someone else's clock. Let's talk about the numbers. More than half of nursing home residents experience clinical depression. Loneliness becomes part of the daily routine. And once that sets in, physical health begins to decline rapidly. Mobility drops, cognitive function slips, hospitalizations increase. So does medication use, and it's expensive. The average cost of a private room in a nursing home, over $100,000 a year. And for what? To be monitored, not engaged. Managed, not empowered. This isn't about blaming families. Most are doing the best they can, often under pressure with limited information, but it is about asking a hard question. Is this really the only way? Or have we accepted a broken model simply because it's what we've always been told? If that question makes you uncomfortable, good, because it means you're ready to hear what comes next. But here's what the system doesn't want you to know. There are better options, proven ones, backed by science, used by real families every single day. And these options, they don't require you to give up your freedom. They don't strip away your dignity. They don't take you away from the place you call home. You see, for years, we've been told there are only two paths: live alone and struggle, or move into a facility and be taken care of. But that's a false choice, because in reality, there's a growing movement in communities across the country offering new models of aging that are smarter, safer, and far more human. They're designed to help you stay connected, to help you stay independent, to help you thrive, not just survive as you age. And the research is clear. These models don't just maintain quality of life. In many cases, they improve it. The truth is, you deserve more than maintenance. You deserve joy. You deserve purpose. You deserve to stay in control of your life on your terms. And now, you're about to see exactly how that's possible. Let's take a closer look at 7 powerful alternatives to traditional nursing homes starting right now. Today, I'm going to walk you through 7 powerful alternatives to traditional nursing homes. These aren't theories, these are real-world solutions already helping thousands of older adults live better, longer lives. And when we get to number 1, you'll understand why some experts believe it can actually reverse some of the damage caused by institutional care. Let's get started. Solution number 7, adult daycare centers. Let's start with something few families consider, not because it doesn't work, but because most people don't even know it exists. Adult daycare centers are structured daytime programs designed specifically for older adults who need care, social interaction, and supervision during the day while still being able to return home every evening. Think of it as a safe, supportive place that bridges the gap between full independence and full-time care. For seniors who live with adult children or other caregivers, it gives everyone a much-needed rhythm. For families, it provides peace of mind. For older adults, it offers something even more valuable: community activity and purpose. Ideal for seniors who are semi-independent but need daytime support or stimulation while their family members are at work. Benefits: reduced depression, improved mood, better cognitive function, and significantly more affordable than full-time facility care. In one study conducted by the University of California, participants in adult day programs experienced a 37% reduction in behavioral problems compared to those staying home alone. Another study out of Johns Hopkins found that seniors attending adult daycare had 40% lower rates of depression. And the stories behind the data, they're powerful. Like Elaine, 82, who started attending a local center in Phoenix 3 times a week. Her daughter works full-time and was struggling to manage everything on her own. At first, Elaine resisted, but after a few weeks of painting classes, music therapy, and lunch with new friends, she started looking forward to it. She told her daughter, "I feel like I have somewhere to go again." Cost-wise, it's a game changer. The national average for adult daycare is about $75 a day compared to over $250 a day for traditional nursing homes. That's more than $50,000 a year in savings while still keeping your loved one at home. For the right family, adult daycare isn't just convenient, it's a lifeline, and it's only the beginning of what's possible. Let's move on to number 6. Solution number 6, in-home care services. Professional caregivers, medical or non-medical, come to your home to provide support ranging from bathing to medication management. Ideal for seniors who prefer aging in place but need daily assistance. Benefits: maintains independence, improves recovery, lowers hospital visits. Let's talk about something that might be closer to home, literally. For many older adults, the idea of leaving their home feels like giving up part of their identity. The smells, the sounds, the photos on the wall. It's not just a building, it's a life. In-home care makes it possible to stay in that familiar place while still getting the help you need. Caregivers can assist with everything from dressing and bathing to meal preparation, medication reminders, and even skilled nursing tasks like wound care or physical therapy. You stay in your space, on your schedule, with support that adjusts as your needs evolve. And the science backs it up. A comprehensive study from Harvard Medical School found that seniors receiving in-home care maintained their physical function 23% longer than those in institutional settings. Hospitalization rates dropped and recovery times improved just by being in a familiar, comfortable environment. One example, James, a retired firefighter in Ohio, was recovering from a stroke. His family thought a nursing home was the only option until they found an in-home care agency. Today, James receives daily support from a licensed nurse and a part-time aide, all while staying in the home he built with his late wife. And cost non-medical home care averages around $27 per hour nationally. That's roughly $4,000 a month for full-time daytime care, still significantly less than the $8,000 and $9,000 month price tag for a private nursing home room. Plus, Medicare may cover skilled home health care if prescribed by a doctor. In-home care doesn't just keep you at home, it keeps you in control. And for many families, that changes everything. Now, let's take a look at option number 5, a creative solution that's gaining serious momentum. Solution number 5, accessory dwelling units, ADUs, small private living spaces, aka granny flats, built on the same property as a family home, a backyard cottage or converted garage, ideal for families wanting to keep aging loved ones close but independent. Benefits: preserves autonomy, strengthens family connection, boosts property value. Let's move on to a solution that's both modern and deeply rooted in tradition. For generations, families lived together, parents, children, grandparents, all under one roof or close by. Accessory dwelling units, or ADUs, bring that idea into the 21st century. An ADU is a fully functional, self-contained living space built on the same property as a primary home. It might be a detached cottage in the backyard, a converted garage, or a finished basement with its own entrance. For older adults, it offers the best of both worlds, privacy and independence with family just steps away, and the benefits go far beyond convenience. A study published by the Gerontological Society of America found that older adults living in close proximity to adult children but in separate living quarters reported 68% higher life satisfaction than those in institutional care. They had help when needed, but maintained dignity and daily control. Take Robert and Mary, both in their late 70s. Their daughter and son-in-law built a 600-square-foot ADU behind their home in Oregon. Now Robert still gardens. Mary bakes with the grandkids. They have their own kitchen, living room, and space, but never feel isolated. Mary says, "We don't feel like a burden. We feel like part of something again." As for cost, building an ADU ranges from $50,000 to $150,000, depending on location and size. But compare that to nursing home care at $100,000 per year, and many families recoup the investment within just a few years. Plus, ADUs increase property value and can be rented in the future if circumstances change. For families seeking connection without compromise, ADUs are a powerful option. Coming up next, a unique living arrangement that's as practical as it is personal. Solution number 4, home sharing programs. Older adults share their home with a vetted housemate, often younger, in exchange for help or companionship. Ideal for seniors living alone who want extra support, company, or income. Benefits: reduces isolation, lowers housing costs, encourages intergenerational bonding. Let's look at something truly outside the box, but surprisingly effective. Home sharing might sound like a modern twist, but the idea is timeless. Two people living together, helping each other, and making life better through connection. For older adults living alone, home sharing can offer more than just extra help. It can reignite a sense of purpose, reduce loneliness, and even generate income. Here's how it works. A senior opens their home to a carefully screened, often younger adult, sometimes a student, sometimes a working professional, in exchange for assistance with light chores, errands, or simply companionship. Some share rent, others contribute through help. Every arrangement is different but built around mutual benefit. Research from the Stanford Center on Longevity found that seniors in shared living arrangements experience 47% lower rates of cognitive decline than those living entirely alone. Why? Because daily interaction, even simple conversation, stimulates the brain and nourishes the heart. Let's take Martha, age 74, from Minnesota. After her husband passed, the house felt quiet, too quiet. Through a local nonprofit, she matched with Emma, a 29-year-old teacher's aide. Emma pays reduced rent and helps with grocery runs and meal prep. Now they share dinner most nights, play cards on weekends, and Martha says the house feels alive again. And the financial side, Martha saves nearly $800 a month on utilities and upkeep thanks to shared costs. Emma gets a safe, affordable place to live without the burden of full rent. It's a win-win. Home sharing isn't for everyone, but for the right people, it's transformative. It brings back something too many seniors have lost: connection. And next, we'll explore an option that combines care and community all in one place. Solution number 3, continuing care retirement communities, CCRCs, communities that offer independent living, assisted living, and skilled nursing all in one place, so residents never have to move as needs increase. Ideal for seniors who want a long-term plan and a built-in safety net. Benefits: longer lifespan, consistent social interaction, smooth transitions in care. Let's talk about something few families truly plan for, but many end up facing. Most older adults will go through multiple stages of care as they age, but bouncing from home to hospital to rehab to assisted living, it's exhausting, disorienting, and often traumatic. Continuing care retirement communities, or CCRCs, were designed to solve that. They offer a full continuum of care, from fully independent living to assisted services to skilled nursing, all in one connected campus. You can move in while you're active and independent, and stay there as your needs evolve without ever losing your sense of your community. A study published in the Journal of Housing for the Elderly followed CCRC residents over 15 years and found they lived on average 4 years longer than those in traditional nursing homes. Why? Because they stayed socially engaged, received preventive care, and avoided the stress of abrupt relocations. Take George and Linda, married 52 years. They moved into a CCRC in Pennsylvania while still active, choosing a 2-bedroom apartment with a garden view. Over time, Linda needed help with mobility. George needed memory care. They both remained on the same campus, saw the same staff, and had lunch together almost every day. George says, "We're still living together, just with a little more help." CCRC costs vary widely. Most require an entrance fee which can range from $100,000 to over $1 million, depending on location and unit type. Monthly fees covering meals, services, and care typically range from $2,500 to $6,000. Some contracts offer refundable portions, others are rental-based. It's not a low-cost option, but for seniors seeking security, stability, and community, CCRCs can be life-extending. Coming up next, a radical reimagining of elder care that looks and feels nothing like a facility. Solution number 2, the Greenhouse Project, small home-like care residences. 10-12 people with personalized care, shared living, and deep resident-staff relationships. Ideal for seniors who need high-level care but want a family-like environment. Benefits: 50% fewer hospitalizations, 96% fewer pressure ulcers, lower staff turnover. Let's start with something few families even know exists, but once they see it, they never forget it. The Greenhouse Project isn't just a smaller nursing home. It's a complete reinvention of what elder care can be. Instead of long hallways, hospital lighting, and trays of food rolled down corridors, greenhouse homes are cozy, purpose-built houses for 10 to 12 residents. Each person has their own private room and bathroom. Meals are cooked in a real kitchen. And care is provided by dedicated, cross-trained staff called Shabazim, who do everything from assisting with bathing to preparing dinner and, most importantly, forming deep bonds with residents. It feels like home, because it is. A groundbreaking study funded by the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation found that greenhouse residents had 50% fewer hospitalizations and 96% fewer pressure ulcers than those in traditional nursing homes. Staff turnover was drastically lower, and residents reported higher quality of life on nearly every metric. One story says it all. Margaret, 86, moved into a greenhouse in Tennessee after her daughter toured a traditional nursing home and left in tears. Within weeks, Margaret was baking cookies in the kitchen, participating in morning stretches, and calling her Shabazim by name. Her daughter said, "It didn't feel like I was leaving her somewhere. It felt like I was adding her to a family." As for cost, greenhouse homes typically charge rates similar to traditional nursing homes, and many accept Medicare and Medicaid. The real difference isn't in the dollars, it's in the experience. For older adults needing full-time care but craving connection, dignity, and warmth, the greenhouse model changes everything. And now we've arrived at the number one alternative, one that's transforming aging itself. Solution number one, the village model, community-based membership programs where seniors support each other through shared services, social activities, and access to trusted providers, all while aging at home. Ideal for independent older adults who want to stay in their community but stay connected and supported. Benefits: slower cognitive and physical decline, reduced hospitalizations, higher quality of life. Let's finish with something most families have never heard of, but may be the most powerful solution of all. It's called the village model. Not a retirement home, not an assisted living facility, a community built by and for older adults who want to stay in their own homes, but not feel alone. Villages are grassroots membership-based organizations that connect seniors living in the same neighborhood. Members get access to volunteer support, pre-screened service providers, and a calendar full of social events, wellness programs, and learning opportunities. Need a ride to the doctor? Call the village. Need help changing light bulbs? There's a volunteer for that. Want to join a walking club, take a Tai Chi class, or attend a lecture? It's all part of the village. And the science, it's stunning. A major study by the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health followed village members over 4 years. They experienced slower cognitive and physical decline, fewer hospitalizations, and higher reported life satisfaction compared to non-members in the same communities. Take Bill 79 from Massachusetts. After retiring, he worried about being isolated until he joined his local village. Now he attends weekly movie nights, volunteers as a driver for others, and says, "I thought I was signing up for help. What I really found was purpose." And the cost: most villages charge $400, $800 per year, not per month. Compared to tens of thousands in facility care, it's an incredible value. Some offer sliding scale fees or scholarships. The village model isn't just about staying at home, it's about staying engaged, useful, and connected to something bigger. And in the end, that's what aging well is really all about. So what have we learned? Aging doesn't have to mean losing control. It doesn't have to mean giving up your home, your choices, or your dignity. For too long, the system has told us there's only one path: move out, move away, and let others decide what's next. But today, you've seen the truth. There are options, real proven, life-changing options that give you the care you need without sacrificing the life you love. From adult day centers to in-home care, from backyard cottages to community-powered villages. You have choices, you have a voice, you have the right to decide what aging looks like on your terms. And here's the most important part: don't wait for a crisis. Start the conversation now with your family, with your doctor, with your community. Explore what's available in your area. Visit, ask questions, take notes, because the worst decisions are the ones made in panic. The best ones, they come from being informed, prepared, and empowered. At Senior Life, we believe growing older should mean growing stronger, wiser, and more connected, not invisible. So if this message spoke to you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Share it with someone you care about. And if you've experienced one of these alternatives yourself, tell us about it in the comments. Your story might just change someone else's future. This isn't just about aging. It's about living fully, freely, and on purpose. And the next step starts with you. Let's hear from you. Have you or a loved one tried any of these alternatives to traditional nursing homes? Which option worked best for you? What challenges did you face and what surprised you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one, and your story might help someone else take their first step. And if you found this video helpful, please share it with a friend or family member. Let's spread the word because better aging starts with better information.